Monday morning walk to the coffee shop. You know what? It's been almost 2 months since I've done one of these after a 49ers loss. 6-game win streak is the real deal, and an increasingly large part of that story is Jordan Mason, the rookie running back. Just take his workload here since he's been inserted into the rotation of the past 4 games. 4 games ago, he had 4 carries. Then he had 5 the next week. Then he had 8 the next week. And now Jordan Mason is coming off an 11-carry game. The 49ers just keep on giving him more work. And that's exactly the way they should be approaching this, because he's a physical back. It was 11 carries for 56 yards against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we know that Jordan Mason runs with a different style than all other 49ers running backs, right? He's 223 pounds, so he's heavier. They're headed up to Seattle, and we talk about him looking like Marshawn Lynch. Well, that's going to be fun. But anyway, with that style, when you're bruising people, you got to build up a bit of a callus. It would be completely brazen to go in there and ask Jordan Mason to run 10 to 15 times a game, cold turkey, rookie in the NFL. So they've been building up the callus, 4, 5, 8, and now 11. And the further the 49ers go, the more Jordan Mason's going to be able to complement Christian McCaffrey, give those 10 to 15 carries to keep Christian fresh. Christian was awesome yesterday, by the way. 14 carries, 119 yards. So the more you have Jordan Mason as that, Robin to Christian McCaffrey's Batman, you could put it that way, the better this offense is going to be. And the 49ers are managing this in a way that Jordan Mason will be able to physically handle the transition to the NFL level, because this guy's an absolute bruiser. Now, you look at McCaffrey and you look at the running game, 36 carries, 209 yards. Blocking is huge too, right? And I think the 49ers delivered their best blocking performance so far of the year. You saw them just hitting on the outside zone. Trent Williams, Mike McGlinchey, George Kittle, and Kyle Juszczyk were delivering in a way that was fascinating to me, because I was at practice over the course of the week, and they're running a lot of those motion blocks, right? Where both Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle would be pulling at the same time. And I started taping one of them, and George goes, "David, don't post that on the internet just yet. We're going to use this against the Buccaneers." And lo and behold, 49ers were just, pulling the shit out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's blocking, it's running, and when you combine a athletic blocking style with a diverse running style, and by that I mean you've got Christian McCaffrey obviously bolting through defenders with speed. He had the stiff arm on the touchdown, but then you have Jordan Mason plowing through guys. Well, you've got a complete football attack on the ground, and that's what the 49ers are dealing with right now. They are rounding out the attack with both Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason, whose workload is growing every single game. Now, I'll tell you something about Jordan Mason. His style is going to become more and more valuable for the 49ers the further we move into winter. The colder it gets outside, the worse the weather is, the harder it is to tackle a 223-pound load. So the 49ers are ramping him up, 4, 5, 8, 11 carries yesterday. It's going to be up to 15 at some point. They're ramping him up just as it gets harder for defenders to tackle a big dude. Just think about trying to get yourself into the way of a 223-pounder. That's how tough it is. So Jordan Mason is going to be at full go right when the 49ers need him most. And that's why this team is peaking at the right time, entering a chance to clinch the NFC West at Seattle, where, by the way, it's going to be cold. It's going to be in the 30s. Jordan Mason can run his best Marshawn Lynch impression on the Seahawks home turf.